All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're excited to kick off our first press conference here this morning. We have been joined by Kobayashi. Kamui, thank you for joining us this weekend. I know we had you in Chicago. Obviously, you were part of a press conference during Garage 56, but tell us a little bit about how this week has played out now that you are finally here for this weekend.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long preparation for myself. I think I have been traveling like 3 times from Japan and from Europe to Charlotte, and I was preparing being here, well in Indy, road course. So honestly, I think I'm really happy to finally get here, and I think preparation, everything what we made was pretty good. I think Team 2311 helped me to get here pretty confident. And obviously, I think Toyota, TRD, the USA helped me a lot of simulator session to be straightaway forward on this road course. Honestly, I think my preparation and everything, I think 100% ready for this weekend.
All right, we'll now go to questions from the media. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll work to get a mic to you. And we're going to start with Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. What are your, I assume you've been in the simulator so far with the next-gen car. And so what have you learned so far? What have you gleaned from that experience about what that car's like?
Well, I think I had a rookie test, obviously. So, I knew the car, how it is behaving in terms of driving. Honestly, I think just concern is like 20 minutes practice here and straight to the qualify. So obviously, I think you do preparation as much as you can, but I mean, 20 minutes is definitely it's like it's not enough time. But this is how it is. So I think I would say it's car behavior. It's challenging for me because I never driven like such less downforce. The weight, I think weight transfer in the car is like. Yeah, I think different than what I used to drive. But still, when I did rookie test in the BL, well, it's pretty good. I mean, just after a couple of laps, feel pretty confident. So, I think here, after rookie test, I would say it's not too bad, to be honest. All the preparation, my confidence level as well.
Is there anything that this car compares to that you've driven previously?
No. It's like, you're driving. Even you are fighting on straight, be on the straight before braking, because that's quite important. But I mean, when we do racing, my race career, I mean, straight is just, you relax. But this car, you're still fighting on straight. So obviously, it's like something for me, new challenge, even all the way the lap. But it's still, the racing is good with this kind of car, because it's like driver, the fighting all the way.
There's been a lot of discussion that NASCAR races on road courses tend to a lot of be full contact, aggressiveness, that kind of thing. How are you prepared for that? Are you prepared for that? And how do you embrace a race that where guys are going to be running into you and you may have to run into other people?
I think at the end of the day, yes, I think you need to fight if you're racing, but I think at the same time we need to manage a car, because I think one of the aim is to finish the race here, to as much as competitive. And to be that, I think you are fighting all the way, but also you have to protect your car to be ready in the last part. So it's not only the fight is most important. I think how you manage all the race. I mean, any race is same. I mean, like when you do endurance race, for example, it's actually you need to manage the car. It's not only fighting through 24 hours. It's just, you manage yourself. Once you are in a good position, you just maintain the gap. You manage the car, be ready, because I think after you get, the yellow, the caution is obviously, the pack down again, and, you have to restart. So always, when you had the best car there, you had an advantage. So honestly, I think I use my older experience as much as I can. I think if there's a good speed myself, it's just, you need to manage the car. I think that's how you fight in the racing battle here.
All right, we'll go to Bob Pockris here in the middle.
Bob Pockris, Fox Sports. You went to the truck race last night. I'm curious, did you go for fun or did you go to listen to your spotter, Jason, who will be spotting, just to see what he says?
You're stalking me?
No, I saw it on social media.
Okay, okay.
You took lots of photos, so lots of people recognized
Just
you,
joke.
maybe more than you thought.
Yeah, good. Well, I think, when you're in the United States, for example, I mean, it's when you have time, I want to watch the race as much as I can. I mean, like stock car race or the oval race, it's really fun. I mean, if you're going on a racetrack, for example, it's like I knew exactly what they do, but like when you go the, oval track, obviously, like it's something for me new, and I definitely enjoy. And I think honestly, like starting 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., finishing like 11 something, I can believe, to be honest, in my racing career, because like race time, the green flag normally 9 a.m., finishing like 1700. I mean, that's the normal hour green flag time in the racetrack, but I mean, here it's been different, and I definitely enjoy. And when I look all the atmosphere on people, it's like, wow, that's cool. And I always, when I talk to like, spoke to with Jensen, for example, about NASCAR, he say, wow, this Bill, its guy is like the fighting all the way. So you have to be ready anytime because, when you do Formula One or endurance race, for example, when you are in a good position, you manage the car, you handle, to be, when you are ready, you kind of managing the race control, but it's like here, all the way you need to fight because guys fighting really tough. So I think this is always he remind me that I think this is a different race, but still I'm looking for this weekend. Especially I think my first race in the NASCAR is I was definitely looking for a long time. So, I do my best. It's hard to say what I'm going to be, but I think definitely challenging my day in the next 2 days.
And did you listen to your spotter at all? Like, did you listen on a radio or anything? Or
Yeah,
did you not? Okay.
because I don't have meter. I think we have only DRB monitor, so it's like when you talk to like kind of spotter people, like it's always useful. And honestly, I think I'm used to that when I did like 20-hour Daytona, for example. I think the guys helped me. It's quite clear. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right, we're going to come up front, and then we'll go to Claire. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I understand through a story that one of your missions is to take NASCAR over to Japan.
Well,
And, well, is that really feasible to do that? And if so, do you think that's going to be a great response for people in Japan?
honestly, I think it's not. That's the really goal. But honestly, I think there's a potential. The Japanese people are looking for not more NASCAR because we don't have any broadcasts for last like couple of years, and honestly, we have no information. But NASCAR does really great race, great show. Why we don't have this kind of race on the broadcast at least? So the problem is guys doing really great job, a lot of good driver around, and then if you come into Japan, when you say NASCAR, what is NASCAR? Why? There should be more, family, the familiar with how NASCAR the behavior because we have a lot of spectator in Japan. Like when you go Japanese motorsports or the Formula One in Japanese Grand Prix, for example, we got such a lot of people coming to attention to this race, but because there's no broadcast stuff, nobody knows about NASCAR. But this time, the Japanese TV company does the broadcast after a couple of years, and already we had feedback and quite positive that the people are really definitely looking forward for these races to watch. So we see how it goes, but I think at least we need to have broadcast to see what a NASCAR is, and I think that's creates better, I think.
All right, get a mic to Claire, please.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. So, talk to me about your preparation for qualifying and the difficulty of this track, regardless of what car you're in, and how you look at qualifying and how important it is.
I think the fastball here, I've been first time on the Indy road course. So I think in the practice I need to run as much as I can. I think weather is not really great, but however, I think this is our job, and we have to do any situation your best. So honestly, in the qualify, I would say I think we need only one good lap. So just you have to prepare the tire condition to be only one lap. I don't really care second lap because you just need 3 and 1 lap. So that's what we are doing in our life. Honestly, I think more for me concern is just how I learn the track, how I feel the car on this track. And then I think as soon as I myself quite comfortable, I think we'll be fine. I think I know how I manage the tires. It's just, feeling is the most important.
And how important is the practice to prepare you for that? It's really short practice.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, this is, I think sometimes racing's like this, but honestly, I'm pretty confident because in this time, we have a lot of the high technology simulator, and the guys help me how you're driving, taking line. So, I think you have to run as much as you can, and you need to work on it. For sure, it's not the best way, but at the end of the day, this is how you fight as you are professional. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to Steven and then Nate. Steven, go ahead and right here in the corner.
Stephen Toronto, CBS Sports. Stephen Toronto, CBS Sports. Kobayashi-san, you mentioned both earlier in the week and just now that this is going to be the first time that NASCAR races and broadcast on Japanese television.
They have been broadcast before in the past, but they stopped.
In about 15
They
years.
restart.
2007, correct?
Yeah, something like that. Maybe they did another channel, but nobody knows.
Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of Japanese fans' first exposure to NASCAR. And for the sake of those Japanese fans, I did want to ask you this question in Japanese. では、この週末たくさんの日本人初めてのナスカーレースを見えます。日本のファンはナスカーレースのに何の期待できると思いますか？
Again, okay. Can you repeat again? Sorry. You say to the NASCAR fan?
What I'm asking is, what can
you
Japanese
question
fans...
me in English and I can answer Japanese.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. What can fans in Japan expect from their first NASCAR race?
Yeah. 日本人としてこうやってカップシリーズにまず出れることが、今まで、なかったことと、NASCARのこの面白さ、魅力っていうのを、このレースでできるだけ、伝えて、モータースポーツって楽しいなっていうのを日本のみではなくてもっとこうグローバルで楽しいモータースポーツを、見せれたらいいなという気持ちで、このNASCARのレースに参戦しますが、自分自身まず楽しんで、そしてこのNASCARの魅力を、見てる皆さんに伝えれるように、頑張りたいなと思います。はい、You understand what I mean? Okay, good.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
私のバスリの日本語で本当にすみませんでした。
No problem. He did pretty good. Yeah, he did pretty good. But he just need to find a Japanese girlfriend, to be sure. It sounds like he forgot.
All right, Nate.
Maybe I should ask Osaka to ask this for me.
Yeah.
Kamui, when SBG won in Chicago, he did it with the right foot braking, heel toe, and there was a lot of focus on that because all Cup drivers are pretty much left foot brakers. So, are you good with using heel toe?
No.
You're a left foot guy? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, my race career started when I was like 16 years old. I had a H pattern shift, so I did a heel toe, but I don't want to come back this. So I just stick what the NASCAR guy is doing. So just I do the left brake and right throttle. I think this shouldn't be the problem. I think, yes, I think SBG did a great job in Chicago. But also, I think like road track in mixed condition, the wet, I think that's the help him to winning. So honestly, I think the way he's thinking is just, yes, I think that can be work, but at the same time, there's downside as well. So I just use my standard procedure, like I use the left foot brake usually. I think this gonna not disturb myself. And just I focus more on the other part if I focus on this because I'm not really familiar in this time. So yeah, I know, I think that can be benefit, but the downside as well. So it's not like, oh, everything you're gonna benefit for that.
Got it. Do you see that? Is it sports cars like IMSA, WEC? Do some guys go
No,
back and
I
forth?
don't
No.
think so. I mean, this time you have everything, the automatic. Yeah, automatic brake, everything, so you don't need it. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
One person that, Pat Jaggers, Motor Racing Network, one person that leaned on you for IMSA experience was Jimmy Johnson. Have you heard from Jimmy? Has he reached out? And
Well, I think he sent me a message like 2 days ago. Are you coming? He said no. Okay, I don't know why, but yeah.
Well, besides Jimmy, who have you leaned on in terms of driver-wise for advice and experience when it comes to racing this car?
You know, honestly, I think my teammate, Tyler, I think he helped me to, you know, how you're driving this NASCAR Cup car. And honestly, I think he's a good driver here, especially. I think he's been winning last year, and he won this year in the Austin. So I think he definitely will be, you know, I think biggest challenge to beat because he's anyway his teammate, and he's doing great job, a lot of hard work behind the company. So I think I have big respect him, and he helped me, you know, become teammates. But you know how he helped me to, you know, to up until here is like the guys really incredibly nice guys. So I have a big respect, and you know, in the end, once you're on track, anyway you are fighting. But it's not only fighting. You have to respect each other when you're driving the car. You fight in the speed. I mean, this is how we are in the driver, and you know we always had the talk about, you know, how we take line, how we driving the car. You know, like a lot of bullshit. It's just more the focus about race car, how we drive fast. So it's, you know, I think we had a good walk, to be honest. Yeah.
All right. Apologies. We're not going to get to everyone before we need to move to Brody. So, Kamui, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you. I think guys will really be pissed off, disappointed.